Hello friends, hope you are enjoying our series of literary videos. In our last video, we talked about Canterbury Tales, the magnum opus of Geoffrey Chaucer. And now we are moving a step ahead in this series and we are going to talk about contemporary writers of Chaucer's age. The first and foremost writer that we are going to talk about in this video is William Langland. His famous work was Piers the Plowman. This poem was written by William Langland and this poem was written in West Midland dialect. It contains stories of countrymen. The poem's several versions were A, B, C and version Z, which was combination of A and B. The poem talks about life of ordinary human beings. The poem talks about life, capital, sin, dangers of materialism, spiritual growth, and satirizes clergy and secular authority. Piers Plowman is presented as virtuous man. It also depicts miseries of needy, opposed values of dignity and labor personified by Piers the Plowman. Plowman attains salvation by working hard. Poet sleeps and sees a vision and sees a tower on Melbourne Hill and fortress on the valley of Hill. Piers is guide towards truth. Tower represents heaven and fortress represent hell. And between these places, worldly people live. Poet searches for ways to attain truth and meets three characters that are figurative, namely do well, which symbolizes conscience, do bet, which symbolizes grace, do best, which means charity. 7 deadly sins comes to meet Piers, but he refuses to meet them by leaving his work. Poet wakes up from his dream with Easter bells. Piers appears good Samaritan in the poem. The next writer that we are going to talk about is John Manville. He was voyager. He crossed the sea in the year 1322 and went to Asian countries such as Syria, Turkey, India, Libya, etc. He wrote a book about his journey in the form of memoirs. His book, named Travels of John Manville, was a very famous book. It was originally written in French and later translated to other languages such as English. It was used as reference by Christopher Columbus and Marco Polo. The next important writer that we are going to talk about is John Gower, and his timeline is 1330 to 1408. He was English poet and a contemporary of William Langland, Pearl poet and Chaucer. Chaucer devoted one part of Troilus and Cresside to him. C.S. Lewis mentioned him in his work Allegory of Love. His works are modern, political and historical. His three major works are Mirror de l'Homme, Vox Clementis, Confessio Amantis. So, the first work is Mirror de l'Homme. It was originally written in French. It serves as mirror to man. It is commentary on married life. Its theme is man's salvation. The second work is Vox Clementis. It was originally written in Latin and it means the voice of one crying out. It addresses sin and corrupt political system. It talks about peasant rebellion of the year 1381. It also talks about amoral government structure. After this poem, Chaucer tagged Gower as moral goer. Third important work of John Gower was Confessio Amantis. It was written in English. It was written on the request of Richard II. Its framework was narrative and it had prologue. It had 8 books. It was written in octosyllabic couplets. An old man makes confession of his love to Venus in this poem. It became source of Shakespeare's play Pericles, Prince of Tyre. Thomas Hoccleve is the next important writer in this video about whom we are going to discuss, and his major work was Regiment of Princes. His work was written for Henry V, short before his ascension. The topic of work is virtues and vices. The next important writer, who is also very important contemporary of Chaucer, was John Lydgate. He admired Chaucer's work and imitated his verse structure. His works are: first is Serpent of Division. This was brief account of Julius Caesar. The next is Fall of Princes. It was originally written by Boccaccio in French and Lydgate translated it to Chaucerian rhyme royal. Third important work is Reason and Sensuality. It is an allegory on chastity. Fourth is Troy Book. It was written on command of Henry V and Prince of Wales. The next is Siege of Thieves. It is response to Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. It was based on Boccaccio's work. The next is Complaint of Black Knight. It was based on Chaucer's book of Duchess. Next and the last important work of John Lydgate was Temple of Glass. It was based on Chaucer's House of Fame. Once again, I repeat all the important works of John Lydgate. The first was Serpent of Division, second was Fall of Princes, third was Reason and Sensuality, fourth was Troy Book, fifth was Siege of Thieves, sixth was Complaint of Black Knight, and the last one was Temple of Glass. With this, we end up with our discussion on the literary figures of Chaucer's period. Thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you like it.